Hey guys, long time no see. I've been pretty busy with my own personal life off of YouTube. I did stop into a Walgreens recently. I don't normally shop there, but I've actually been sick and I needed to just do a quick stop in for cough drops. And while I was there, I noticed that they had a whole makeup line, and I've always been kind of curious to kind of try out what they call drugstore makeup, which is like, I feel a little different than like Walmart makeup. I guess some people would put that in the same category as drugstore makeup. I'm not really sure. But when I was in there, I saw that there was a foundation that I've been pretty curious to try. When I first stepped into makeup world and really decided that this is something that I wanted to learn and try out, I was tossed up between the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, the one that I actually did end up going with, and the Fit to Me by Maybelline. And this, along with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, are like the top contenders for like cheap drugstore foundation that actually works pretty well. I did go with the Wet n Wild because I felt like that was going to be more in tune to what I was looking for. And then obviously finding out that I was using matte foundation and I shouldn't be for my skin type. So then I went with the Dream Satin Liquid, and while I was looking at that, obviously Dream Satin Liquid is made by Maybelline, and so is the Fit to Me, the Fit Me line. And I saw this, it was like $7.49 at Walgreens, and I decided, you know what, I'm more apt to be trying different types of foundations. I've obviously not really dipped my toe into the world of foundation yet. As of right now, I've only ever used Wet n Wild Photo Focus and the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. I really loved the Dream Satin Liquid foundation, and I really considered just getting another bottle of that because I actually ran out. But I want to try some other things and let you guys know what my personal opinion is. If it works for my kind of skin type, maybe yours is similar to mine, and these videos might help you. And I also just want to see like what is actually good out there. What is the difference of foundations? What makes a good foundation? Is price really that big of a deal with foundation? So here's to trying this. Now I am obviously wearing it right now. I went ahead and I just did my makeup as kind of like a B-roll video, so that way we can sit down and actually fully talk about my reaction and my thoughts on using this foundation for the very first time and how it actually ended up looking. I used a beauty blender with the foundation, and the foundation at first, I was kind of disappointed opening the bottle, and it's just a spin top. There is no pump, there's no paddle inside. It's just a straight up makeup bottle. That is pretty disappointing for how much you pay for the bottle. And that's honestly like a big deal right now, is how you get the makeup out of the containers for cleanliness reasons and also usability reasons. So if you're going to spend a little bit more for a foundation, you might want something that's a little bit more fancy, I guess, when you're paying that much for foundation. This one, the fancy level is not there. That was kind of disappointing. I ended up, while using the foundation, I got really frustrated. The makeup was not coming out of the bottle. So I ended up just taking the pump from the Dream Satin Liquid bottle and putting it inside of the actual Fit Me foundation bottle. They don't fit, so it's just kind of sitting in there, but I was able to actually pump out some foundation. So that made it a little easier because it just wasn't pouring. But then once I got some of the foundation out, it actually started to pour out of the bottle and it was fine. I actually did not have to use quite a bit more foundation than I was expecting. I don't know if just because the beauty blender was soaking up a little bit more of the foundation or exactly what's different with this formula. So I don't know, I feel like I used a little bit more foundation. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. I do feel like the Dream Satin Liquid Maybelline foundation, when I was using that, I feel like I didn't get much use out of it at all. I still have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I haven't even used like half of that bottle yet, or just about half. But the Dream Satin Liquid, I only got so many faces of makeup out of that bottle, and they're all 1 fluid ounce, but it didn't feel like I got as much out of the Dream Satin Liquid bottle as I would have gotten out of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation bottle. So I'm not quite sure how the Fit Me is going to be, especially since I feel like I'm using more of the foundation just for one full face of makeup. I ended up having to actually pour out makeup 3 to 4 times just to kind of touch up and all of that. The other thing that was really interesting as I was putting the foundation on my skin is I felt like my skin immediately absorbed the foundation. I am using the Dewy and Smooth Look foundation. This does have a sunscreen in it as well. It's SPF 18. It does say on the bottle to not just use this, like beware, you could still get skin cancer. So the Dewy plus Smooth Fit Me foundation is for normal to dry skin. It hydrates and smooths skin texture and it gives it a natural luminous finish. I got the shade 115 Ivory. I typically use pinky lighter color foundation. I felt like how many different foundations there wasn't enough of a tone to match my tone, so I just chose the best one that I could. It wasn't perfect, and you can clearly see by the other foundations that I have. This is the Fit Me. This is the Photo Focus. It obviously looks a bit more pink and it's lighter in color. And then the Dream Satin Liquid. And I feel like, so this one's Porcelain Ivory. This one's Rose Ivory, so that's why it's a little bit more pink. And then this one's just Ivory because they actually didn't have like a tone of ivory that like fit me the best. So I feel like I have a bit of a pink undertone. I am pretty pale, but I do kind of tan, especially living in Arizona. My skin just has a little bit more sun to it, but it's not, it's in this weird area. I feel like there is no foundation out there that is gonna fully 100% fit just your skin type. Everybody's skin type is so different. It's like fingerprints. There just is very high unlikely that you're gonna find someone else that has the exact type of skin texture, color, tone as you. It's just not going to be possible. So I feel like they did an okay job in their like color range. I feel like the one that I got is close enough. I can make it work, especially using bronzer and all of that other stuff that you use for your makeup and all of that in your skincare routine and your makeup routine. I feel like it's fine. It's decent. So after letting it be applied and it immediately just synced right into my skin, that was really nice. I didn't feel like it sat on top. I did go in and use Coty Airspun powder. I have not used that since I found out that I'm actually using the wrong type of foundation. I should not be using matte or drying type of foundations. So I stopped using the Coty Airspun translucent powder because I felt like it was drying out my skin even more, making it look more cakey. But with this foundation, I don't know if it's necessarily more wet or what about it, but I felt like I needed to set the foundation. Even though it sunk into the skin, I felt like it was still sitting on top of the skin. I felt like it was gonna be moving, and I don't know, that's just how it felt. So once I applied the Coty Airspun foundation, like the translucent powder on top of the foundation, I felt like it settled a lot better, and I really like the look of it. And then, of course, I finished the rest of my makeup, and this is the end result. Now, overall, I actually do quite like this foundation. I feel like I didn't step down from not getting my Dream Satin Liquid replenished. I feel like I'll be fine to use this foundation for the rest of my videos and really trying my other products that I have along with the new foundation, so I'm super excited about that. So I feel like it's a good foundation. I feel like if you're not quite sure what to get, because there's so many different choices, I feel like the ones that I've chose right now and have been able to try, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, that is great. The Dream Satin Liquid with a pump, that's phenomenal. I have heard that the Urban Cover one as well, it's like the, not the pump style, but it's the tube that's above that. It's a little bit more expensive, but I've heard that it's got better coverage. So it's just as good as a foundation. And then the Fit Me Maybelline. I feel like that's a good foundation as well. So overall, this is what it looks like. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Does this look good? Should I be trying a different technique? Or do you have a suggestion for a different type of foundation that you want me to try and see if this will work for my skin type and texture better? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Check out down below the subscriber shout out. If you guys want a chance to become the next subscriber shout out, just click subscribe down below and join the panda family. I'm super excited to welcome everybody that has actually subscribed already. Thank you so much for your support and thanks for joining the panda family. I'm so excited for the next couple videos that I'm going to be doing. And if you liked this video and you want to see more, just click subscribe down below and join the panda family. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, I love every single one of you. I hope that you have a great day and I'll see you in my next video.